Hi YouTube, welcome back. My name's Stevie Boots, you can just call me Boots, and in this video we're returning to a farmer's life. It's been about 2 days of gameplay at this point. My goal was still to get myself garage doors. I needed just about 150 scrap and I could research the doors. Once they were on my base, it would make it a lot more secure for any potential raiders, and then I would feel safer farming and eventually putting up my shop to start the sales. So I started the day with filling up my furnaces and then moving on to a little bit of an ocean run. There were many ways to get the scrap. I think the ocean was my best option. I didn't bring any dive tanks, I have to go buy one. While out on a scrap run, hitting a couple of barrels, there's something beautiful about rust RNG, and I get a bit of a surprise in the next crate I find. Saves me 35 scrap. Chunks. Crossy. And bean can. Finding a bean can on forced wipe is always really awesome, because it takes a lot of scrap to research it down the tech tree. All I needed to still find was a satchel, and then I could begin raiding. Need the 75 for the garage door. Completed our task for the day. That's awesome. I wasn't that far off from the scrap I needed to get the garage door, so I decided to go out for one more boat run so I could get enough scrap to research the garage door and place them to increase the defense on my base. Just stay online now. It's no. Because I started playing in the early hours of the morning, I didn't expect too much activity. It's always good to listen to your surroundings when you're doing anything, because I really could have been jumped at this point. It's a little bit of a heart racing moment, but it ended up being quite wholesome.
Can you give me a lift, please?
Yeah, where do
Dude,
you want to go?
in the boat, can you please give me lift? Dude, can you, I need to go to C15, please.
Cool.
Yo, Byron, I'm catching a... I mean, Carlos, I'm catching a lift here.
I just need to push it out.
Coming on boat. No stress, no stress.
C15.
Ja, C15. Dis by die water.
Nothing like doing a little bit of transportation.
Shot, dude, appreciate the lift.
Alright, Jana, have a good one. It's so random. I could have gone jump right there. Luckily it was naked. That's rust, yeah. After that interesting interaction and a nice transportation that was quite successful, I managed to gather enough scrap. I cut out a bit of the footage just to shorten things, and I finally had enough scrap to now research the garage doors. Let's research garage door. Awesome. How are we going business? Nice. With the garage doors finally researched, it was time to craft a few. The first ones I wanted to replace was my TC cupboard, and of course the main entrance to the base, increasing the raid costs and securing my kind of hard-earned loot, even though it is scrap material and everything is pretty much prim at the moment. But at least I know my base will be protected for quite a while. Frees up some space. After replacing a few of the doors into garage doors, I felt that my base was fairly secure. I decided to go on one last scrap run to research anything else I needed to get my farm as efficient as possible. One last run, that's what we'll say, eh? As I was waiting for nighttime to come, I gathered as many components as I could that I wanted to scrap for for the run. Nighttime came, and it was time to head out. Risky as this is, that is my time. Good attack, Ellie. Yeah, it is. I think that was a good plan. Escape. Daylight's coming already. It's new. Otherwise, one's good enough for the amount of farms I have. Oh shit. I'm coming home. I was glad for it to be a successful run. The last few items I wanted to research was a ladder hatch so that I had more security going up and down throughout my base. I wasn't too sure whether I wanted the rectangle or the triangle. I opted for the triangle because most of my jump ups were triangles anyways. The last final things I needed to get together for my base was the medium battery and a few more electrical components to sort everything out that I wouldn't have to worry about power for quite a long time. At this point, a lot of other players were logging on, so it was getting quite busy outside. I decided it was about time to maintain some of my farm, search for some good clones, and plant the ones I already had. Cloning is one of the most efficient ways to create more plants of the same type, with the same genes, to make sure that you can get the best resources from them. Or, in this case, the best harvest. Such good stats, and just let it grow. There are often times you won't find the best genes for your clones, so you have to make sure at least a few of them will grow, ensuring that you'll have more berries to eat to create more seeds, or to have more seeds to plant them and hopefully get a better gene. The more good genes you have, the easier it is to create an epic clone or a god clone. After harvesting a few of the clones and the ones that were unnecessary, I decided to make my first tea. It was a wood tea. I was lacking some wood, so it was time to go for a bit of a chainsaw deforestation session. Wood is really hard to get as a solo, so I was very thankful that I had a chainsaw. Tea going. At this point, I was thinking about making my first scrap tea. It was the only way that I was managing to find a lot of scrap. Hitting barrels on the ocean was kind of tedious, but if I had a scrap tea, I could increase the amount that I could find. Seeds and keys. If those two more horse. What's the time? Will they grow before load shedding? Yeah, they will. Feed my horsey. Ooh. Had a bit of lunch. It was quite good. Sometimes Rust can just be so peaceful. So I sat here watching my plants grow for just a few minutes. Don't worry, I'm not going to put all the footage down, but yeah, it was just so peaceful. it was time to start the cloning process. I managed to find enough good hemp clones, and it was time to combine them to hopefully get the best possible clone. Crossbreeding is one of the hardest things to get used to when it comes to creating a god clone, knowing which clones to put in at what times. So I do use an app called Rustbreeder. You can check them out on any internet site or mobile site, and I'll put the link in the description. There's a 50% chance I can get a GYGGYH instead of a HH. I'm hoping that these two Y's are strong enough to overtake the H. For those of you that aren't familiar with farming, it takes a long time to produce a good crossbreeded clone. Sometimes you can get it just from seeds, but I had to go into crossbreeding. Yo! We got it. Nice. Right, so now we use this one to create others. After having a decent crossbreeded clone, I wanted to improve it slightly. I checked the app and I saw that I could get a slightly better clone with a slightly better gene. This whole process takes a few hours, so lucky for you guys, I've cut everything into a shorter time. And now is to get a GYYGYA. Instead of a lot of growth, we can have more yield, and hopefully at the end we can get a Y or a G clone, and then create a full clone with good traits. But it's going to take some time. I think I'm going to farm this clone that I have now once it's crossbred, and we'll see. Nice. Got it. Clone this one as many times as possible and then keep using it to get some cloth. Even though I could have probably increased the genes on this clone, I ended up being quite satisfied with the clone I had created. Can't believe it, I got hit by load shedding and my character's still outside the base and I left so many doors open. I think I left my TC door open. Oh my word, I can't believe it. This kind of sucks. I really hope that whoever was looking at my base didn't decide to raid. And now I realize that I didn't cut the clip in between doing my base upgrades, so I've got a couple more upgrades and the footage is corrupt because of that power outage. I just hope my game loads fast enough that I'm able to get back in, get my guy inside, close all the doors before the raider comes back, because he was scouting the whole base. He went to circle around it. They top down, it's fine, I've got armored, but they end up doing a door raid, I'm screwed. Really didn't expect the power to go out. I thought it was going out at 8 PM and it went out at 6. I can hear the world. I hope my character doesn't drown because I'm in water now. Shit, I'm still here. Nice. Okay, priority. Close all the doors. Okay, the TC was closed. Door's not closed. Door's closed. Door's closed. Close this one now. Check through. Okay. Closed. For those that don't understand the country that I'm in, they shut down our power for up to 2 hours every couple of hours. They call it load shedding, and it caught me off guard in this particular wipe. Sometimes they cut the power for up to 6 hours, which is what I have to deal with at the end. But you know what, we try and work around it the best we can. Okay. Oh. And we came back quite strong. Now. Can't remember what I wanted to upgrade, but at this point now I think it's okay. There were a few players circling around my base before this happened, so I made sure that I upgraded as much as I could to sheet metal before going off again and hoping that by the time I come back my base would still be standing. There's this. Not exposed to anything. The garage doors and then this is the end of day 2. That's it. I think I'll carry on with the farming and stuff later, but yeah, it's been great. Just hope when I wake up my base is still here. Didn't get raided. Nice. My life. This is just time to check how deep they got, if they did try. I made a mistake. Check on the plants. I was pleasantly surprised to come back to an unrated base. Checking on my plants, it was quite cool. Even though the load shedding was for about 2 hours, my plants takes about that long to grow, so it kind of worked out for me. I can imagine that some of the bases that got raided during the hours because of rotational power cuts were quite upset, but I was quite happy that my plants grew, and now it was time to harvest a few and then plant the clones to make sure that when I came back I had a lot more to work with. After harvesting a few of my berry bushes, I finally had enough yellow and white berries to create myself my first scrap tea. Before going on a scrap run and knocking down some barrels, I realized I haven't gone on a farm run in quite a while. It was time to get some more resources. Seven scrap. It's more than a big crate. After seeing the amount of scrap that I was getting from the barrels, which was averaging around 6 for each barrel that I was hitting, I started wondering how much more would I get from the purity, because this was just the advanced. Eventually, I did make the purity, but you guys are gonna have to wait and see how much I earned from that. After farming barrels for just over 20 minutes, I managed to accumulate more than 300 scrap. That's an insane amount from just barrel farming, considering from a crate you get 5. Returning back to base after my scrap run, I had a quick encounter with a grub who was trying to take my stuff. There was one thing that I think a lot of players don't know about. You cannot use weapons, besides melee weapons, underwater. This was my first encounter with the player Lonely Stoner, but it definitely wouldn't be the last. Okay. Now that I successfully got the scrap back to my bass, it was time to learn the ladder hatch and place them within my bass, giving me more access to parts of the bass that I didn't have before, with a bit more security than a scuffed jump up. After cloning as many plants as I could and replanting, I decided to go for one last scrap run so that I could research the Tommy gun, the bullets, and the ladder so that I could create some more ladder hatches to get around my base. Just realized I wasn't recording. I managed to put the Tommy gun and the flashlight searched, as well as the ladder hatches. I've upgraded the base a bit, put in parts to metal, another ladder hatch here, moved my furnace, put the workbench up here, changed the position of the battery. I don't know if that was in the footage already, but I'm just waiting for cloth, harvest it, then maybe logging off. Hopefully the base stands the night, because I won't be able to play for another like 14 hours. So yeah, hopefully the base stays alive for that long. Also batteries, do that, going down to, hopefully I can get small mining soon. The fuel accumulated, and I'll consider down tech tree to get to the molly. It's probably a good idea. And that's about it for this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed. A little bit of PvP action, getting grub down here, a few base upgraders, and the space is kind of coming together now. I can't wait to see you guys in the next episode. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you have watched this far. Comment on the video and let me know if there's anything I could change about these episodes. Thank you so much once again, and I hope to see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.